What's going on? It's TJ Ties. We back for your weekly motivation. You got the strength to be on the inside. All we got to do is get it out. So the other day, I missed the Warriors game, and so I checked on the ESPN app like I do every day to see what the scores were, and I was scrolling down and I got to the Warriors and I got to the news and it said Steph Curry, ties the NBA record. So, like many of you, I'm assuming he tied the record for the most 3-pointers in the game, or the most points in the game, or most assists, or something crazy, the most steals. And so I click it and I open it. And when I open it, it says Steph Curry ties the NBA record for the most missed 3-pointers in one game. And I was like, what? Like Steph Curry, arguably one of the best shooters of all time, tied the NBA record for the most missed 3-pointers in one game. I was like, wow, that's crazy. They said that Steph Curry he shot and he missed, and then he shot again and he missed, and he kept shooting and he kept missing it. I know many of you probably who are watching the game, you Warriors fans probably watching the game going, what is he doing? Why does he keep shooting? And so I was sitting there thinking, like, why did he keep shooting? Then it hit me. The reason that Steph Curry kept shooting, because even though he was cold, in his mind he knew that eventually he would get hot. Come on, I think you missed it. Even though he was cold, he kept missing shots. You see, in basketball, when you missing shot after shot and you're a shooter, you're considered a shooter, and you keep missing shots, what they say is that you're cold. And the reason that Steph Curry kept shooting, shot 2 and shot 3 and shot 4, the reason why he kept shooting is because even though he was cold, he believed someplace in his mind, he had the mindset that even though I'm cold now, I'm going to get hot. And so I'm here to tell you, young lady, I'm here to tell you, young man, that even though you might be going through a dry season with your finances, even though you might going through a dry season in your relationship, or at your job, or in your church, or whatever it may be, even though it may be a dry season today, does not mean that you cannot get hot. But here's the key though. If you stop shooting, there's no chance you're going to get hot. If you stop trying, if you stop giving 120%, you say, I'm going to go give 100 because I'm cold right now, or I'm only going to give 90 because I'm cold right now. If you dial it back and you stop giving 120% effort, then you're not going to get hot. But if you keep shooting, if you keep trying, if you keep pressing towards a mark of a higher calling, then eventually you're going to get hot. But you have to believe that although I'm cold right now, there's a time coming when I'm going to get hot. And here's the key. Many of you are saying, but what happens when I fail? Listen, expect to fail. That's why I said, I know I'm here to motivate you, but I'm here to give you truth as well. You have to expect to fail. Listen, for great reward, you have to take great risk. You cannot be extraordinary if you don't have one foot in reality and one foot in possibility. You have to believe in the possibility of doing the impossible. You have to believe that you can do the impossible. And that's why Steph Curry kept shooting, because he said, I'm cold now, but eventually I'm going to get hot. But here's the key. When you expect to fail and you fail, you have to inspect the failure. That's right. You have to focus in and you have to inspect the failure. And what I mean by inspect the failure, you got to slow down. You got to say, what errors did I have? What caused me to fail? What were the steps that led to my failure? And when you inspect the failure and you figure out where you went wrong, then you can learn from it and you can grow from it, which means that when you learn and you grow, you go to the next level because you will not make the same mistake twice. So listen, everybody makes mistakes. The greats, don't get it twisted. The greats have made mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes, but I tell myself I'm not going to make the same mistake again and again and again, expecting different results, because that's called insanity. And I'm not insane. So do me a favor. Do me a huge favor. Listen, when you're cold and you're going through a dry season, listen, you have to believe that you are going to get hot eventually. So you got to keep trying, you got to keep pressing, you got to keep believing. And I said it, I'm saying it again, you have to inspect the failure. Look at it and see where you went wrong, learn from it, and grow from it. Listen, trials don't come to break you, they come to make you stronger. And you have the strength to be on the inside. All we got to do is get it out.